Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I've got some truly exciting news that's bound to make a big impact, especially as we head into the colder months. Today's announcement comes straight from the Department for Work and Pensions, or DWP, and it's all about something we've been waiting for, the return of winter fuel payments, and this time, it's not just for certain groups. Yes, you heard that right. Winter fuel payments are going to be available for everyone in need. This is breaking news, and if you live in the UK, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention to all the details we're about to dive into. Before we get started though, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell so you never miss an update. With all that said, let's get right into this incredible news about winter fuel payments. Now, let's start by understanding what winter fuel payments are in case some of you might not be familiar with this vital support. Winter fuel payments are a government initiative designed to help with the costs of heating your home during the colder months of the year. As we all know, winter can be particularly harsh, and heating bills can skyrocket. These payments are meant to give a little relief to those who might struggle to pay for their heating, making sure that they don't have to choose between staying warm or paying for other essentials. The government has been running this scheme for quite a few years now, but what makes this year different is the expansion of the eligibility criteria. So, if you've ever found yourself worried about the rising energy costs during the winter, this could be the lifeline you've been waiting for. In previous years, winter fuel payments have mainly been available to older adults, typically those aged 65 and above. The reason for this is simple: seniors tend to be more vulnerable during winter because of various health concerns, and the government has historically prioritized them in terms of financial support. However, this year, the government has gone above and beyond by announcing that winter fuel payments are now available to everyone who meets certain criteria. That's right, it's not just for the elderly anymore. It's a huge move, and it's something that could benefit a lot of households that would otherwise have missed out on this kind of assistance. So, what exactly does this mean for you? Well, if you're living in the UK, this announcement is likely going to affect you in one way or another. Whether you're a single adult, a family with children, or even a working professional, there's a good chance that you might be eligible to receive a winter fuel payment this year. But, of course, you're probably wondering, what has changed to make this announcement possible? Why is the government suddenly extending the winter fuel payment to more people than ever before? The answer lies in the increasing financial strain that many households are facing, especially with the rising cost of living and energy prices. In the last few years, it's become harder and harder for people to keep up with basic living expenses, and heating is one of the major costs during the winter months. So, to make sure that people don't have to choose between staying warm or putting food on the table, the DWP has decided to expand the eligibility for winter fuel payments significantly. This year, they are offering financial assistance to a wider range of people, including younger working adults, families, renters, and more. Now, let's break down exactly who is eligible for this year's winter fuel payments. First and foremost, those over the age of 65 are still eligible, as they always have been. In fact, if you're 65 or older, you're probably going to get your payment automatically, without needing to do much at all. But here's where things get interesting: even if you're under 65, you might still be eligible. This year, the DWP has expanded eligibility to include people in their 50s, particularly if they have children or dependents living with them. So, that means if you're a working parent or guardian who might be struggling with the cost of keeping your home warm, you could be eligible for some extra cash. This is a huge change because, in the past, people in this age group wouldn't have been considered for winter fuel payments unless they had specific vulnerabilities or were already receiving other types of financial support. Another major change is that the winter fuel payments are now available to working adults. Yes, you heard that right. If you're working full-time or part-time, and you meet the financial eligibility criteria, you could receive a winter fuel payment. In the past, working adults without children or dependents often didn't qualify for this kind of support. But now, if you're a working professional who's been hit by rising heating costs, this is your chance to get some financial relief. The government has made it clear that they want to ensure that no one is left behind when it comes to these payments. But wait, there's more. Winter fuel payments aren't just for homeowners either. Whether you're renting or own your home, you can still apply for this payment. If you're living in rented accommodation and struggling with the cost of heating, you can still benefit from this support. This is a great change because renters have historically been excluded from some types of government assistance, especially when it comes to home energy costs. So, whether you're a homeowner or a renter, as long as you meet the other criteria, you're eligible. Now that we know who's eligible, let's talk about the money. How much can you expect to receive? In previous years, winter fuel payments ranged from around £100 to £300, depending on your age, your circumstances, and whether you were living alone or with others. However, this year, the payments could be significantly higher. If you're a single adult under 65, you might receive up to £250. If you're 65 or older, you could see a payment of up to £400. If you're a couple, the amount could rise to £500, and families with children could receive up to £200. That's a pretty substantial increase, especially when you consider how much energy costs have gone up in recent years. These higher payments mean that the government is taking the rising energy costs seriously, and they're doing their part to make sure people can keep their homes warm this winter. So, how exactly do you apply for the winter fuel payment? Well, the process has been designed to be as simple as possible. If you've received the payment in the past, chances are you don't need to do anything. The government should have all your details on file, and the payment will be automatically sent to your bank account. However, if this is your first time applying for the winter fuel payment, or if you've recently become eligible due to changes in the eligibility criteria, you'll need to apply online. It's a simple process, and you can do it through the official government website. You'll just need to provide some basic information, like your national insurance number, your bank account details, and your address. Don't worry, the process is user-friendly, and if you run into any problems, there's a phone line available where you can get help from a representative. It's important to apply as soon as possible, though, because payments can take a little while to process. You don't want to be stuck in the cold waiting for your payment to arrive, so make sure to get your application in early. The good news is that the government has been very clear about ensuring that payments will be sent promptly to those who are eligible, and for many people, the payment could come just in time to help cover those steep winter heating bills. Once your application is processed, the payment will be directly deposited into your bank account. If you don't have a bank account, you'll receive a check in the mail. Most people, however, will get their payments via bank transfer. This ensures that the process is as quick and efficient as possible. So, why is this announcement such a big deal? Why does it matter so much? The answer lies in the broader context of the current financial climate. We all know that the cost of living has been steadily rising in recent years, with inflation affecting everything from grocery bills to gas prices. On top of that, energy costs have skyrocketed, leaving many families and individuals struggling to stay warm during the winter months. For some, paying for heating is simply becoming too expensive, and that's where the winter fuel payments can really make a difference. By opening up eligibility to more people, the government is acknowledging the financial strain that so many households are under, and they are providing a much-needed safety net. This payment isn't just about helping people stay warm, it's about giving families the peace of mind that they can afford their heating bills without sacrificing other necessities. It's about supporting vulnerable individuals, including the elderly, working parents, and renters, who might otherwise be left in the cold. And perhaps most importantly, it's a sign that the government is willing to listen to the struggles of everyday people and take action when it matters most. In conclusion, the return of winter fuel payments is massive news, and the fact that they're available for everyone this year is a huge win for households across the UK. Whether you're an older adult, a working professional, a renter, or a family, there's a good chance you could be eligible for this support. So, make sure to apply if you haven't already, and be sure to share this news with your friends and family so they don't miss out on this opportunity. Let's make sure that this winter, everyone stays warm and well taken care of. As always, I'll be here to keep you updated on the latest news, so stay tuned and take care.